WFMU East Orange, WMFU Mount Hope, and WFMU.org. I'm Noah. The show is Coffee Break for Heroes and Villains with my special edition, with my special guest, Slangcorp.
Yeah.
Howdy.
Hi, guys.
For those of us for those of you just tuning in, this is Pistol.
This is GDP.
This is Shape over here. This is Mr. G.Wallace.
And you just heard a couple songs. The first one was GDP of his Useless Eaters album. It's called Social Enema, and it's got myself and Young Z on it. And after that, we had Emily Rugburn with Perm, Sperm, and Sherm off the I Wish I Could Grow a Beard EP, and that also had GDP on it. All this stuff you can get at slangcorp.com. I'll say it once in a while, but you get the point. Right after that one, we had a song off my new album, 25 for Life. It's called Gold Bricks, and it has Tame One and Young Z on it. And that's the first time they've been on the same song since like 1994, so that's pretty cool. Pat myself on the back for that one.
Who produced that one now?
Me.
That is pretty cool. That's real cool.
Yeah, they're buddies of mine. We love those guys. After that, we threw it back to the Outsiders, the nightlife. Love the Outsiders. And after that, an old Tame One Sean Price song, Haha the Rah Rah. And then we closed it with an Artifact song, The Ultimate. And who was on that song? That's off That's Them, but it has
I believe The Ultimate is just the Artifacts, but
I thought it had someone on it. No?
No, that was the other.
Oh, that was the other one? Yeah, that was the collaboration song. Yeah, word.
Did we play that song?
Nah, I was just curious. I don't know. Yeah, so you can sense the theme, like we're playing Slangcorp stuff in our family, which extends all the way back through the Artifacts and the Outsiders. That's our people.
Jersey.
Big shout to you,
What's up,
Pace, Z.
D.U., I see you.
I got a New Jersey question for you guys.
Shoot.
I'm a big fan of New Jersey, and I wasn't born here, but I grew up here.
Where's your birth certificate?
Exactly. I have it in a very safe place.
It's in Hawaii.
What are some misconceptions that you guys? I know this is a corny question, but I'm always curious
About New Jersey?
Yeah, that I guess that get under your skin. As an artist and as just the state itself.
Me and GDP tour a lot, and we get a lot of reactions about New Jersey because we've been to like 40 different states, and generally people just look at what's in the pop culture and they just assume a lot of stuff. Like, unfortunately, we got like Jersey Shore and Real Housewives of New Jersey, and like we got this obnoxious governor, and like just everything that's in the news is real ugly, and like the classic jokes about Jersey being dirty and it smells, and like
I get a lot of Sopranos questions.
Yeah, the Sopranos.
Get through that.
They just don't know the cool things going on. You know what I mean? They just kind of overlook it as like this mecca of really important music and culture,
Yeah,
and
I
a
was
lot of
gonna
cool
s-
things coming out of here.
And hip-hop wise, I'd say
Forever.
the hardest thing to deal with is that they don't know what's going on. If you tell
Yeah.
Jersey, even the most educated in hip-hop would say Redman or
Right.
even more so Tame One, but they don't know what's going on.
Rapper's Delight was
currently.
recorded here.
It was, and the label was run out of Jersey.
So they wouldn't be getting
Englewood?
they wouldn't know what was going on
Right.
out of Jersey for sure. Like
People think of East Coast, they kind of overlook New Jersey. They say East Coast, they think like Philly and New York, but it's like in between there's a lot of incredible
Philly,
things
man. I mean,
happening.
like nothing against Philly, but like Philly hasn't done anything as good as Jersey in hip hop, like ever. What's good that came out of Philly? Like Will Smith, like a couple decent Jedi albums. I mean, that's like I'm not feeling like Beanie Siegel and like it's
No,
stuff
you're
like that.
absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of older independent Philly
Yes.
stuff, but yeah, that never even made it to New York. for the
No,
most
but
part.
Jersey's still doing great stuff, and like
Yeah.
I just don't hear anything out of Philly right now. Like, I mean, Jersey's better than New York right now. Sorry,
No, I think it has been for a long time.
New York's just so unfocused, and like it's like 5 million rappers. Like, it just doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah.
But
Jersey's great. And Slangcorp's the only thing coming out of Jersey right now.
yeah, exactly. That's what a lot of people say.
How many people are in Slangcorp, or I mean, 'cause you have affiliates as well, right?
Yeah, the core, like the charter members. Just to be official, I would say we had a meeting a couple years ago, and the charter members of Slangcorp were probably me and GDP and Shape and C- and Larry Hobson, because we were just like the people who kind of like, and the man from somewhere else. We were the ones who sat down and kind of conceived of the whole thing and were part of the earliest movement of it. But we have very, very close associates who are official Slangcorp, like G.Wallace and like Custodian and like Rocky Reason. And they're just like, they weren't around for the origins of it. They're just people we've picked up along the way. But then we also host music by like some more extended friends of ours. It just keeps going down the list. It's like a Wu-Tang scenario, sort of. But
we got like into the Daniel Joseph.
Yeah, with Daniel Joseph. Like it's a long list.
We're moving like we got West Coast affiliates.
Yeah, we got people out.
Oh, really?
Peace out to Peace to Vita Kills and like
she's a female MC out of
Isolator Wax. Yeah.
Okay, now you were starting to talk earlier how Slangcorp started.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Who started it? Where did it start out of?
Well, essentially, it's the idea sprung out from me and Pistol, just linking on ways to
go back on that. Talk about Division East.
Well, we started Division East. Division East is a skate shop in Montclair. Really great skate shop. I think you should all go there. I don't know the address off the top of my head.
344 Bloomfield Avenue in Montclair.
344 Bloomfield Avenue, divisioneast.com. You can get all kinds of apparel, skateboard decks, grip tapes, trucks, wheels,
kicks,
flips,
skicks,
anything you want.
And our music.
Yeah. But yeah, no, me and GDP initially met through C-, which was, that's going back a few years.
We can go back further than that. GDP and myself sort of grew up a couple towns over from each other, and then we started coming up through high school, just sort of writing rhymes and making our own beats, just sort of cutting up tracks and stuff, and really
taking like industry beats and just like
really
over and stuff.
At
Al Sauce's house.
Exactly, like really
pots and pans,
really lo-fi stuff.
Shouts to Al Sauce.
Yeah, if he's listening, man. He might be.
Al Sauce.
He probably is. I hope he is.
Basically, it was a bunch of disorganized MCs that really didn't know what to call ourselves, and we knew we would do shows together, little basement shows here and there at parties and stuff, and we really didn't know how to brand ourselves. And luckily Dave Dowd at Division East was like, hey man, I'll do sort of a...
It started, he wanted to do a Tame One
record.
Yeah,
we wanted to do, essentially we got together, I met up with GDP, we started recording together at my house, and he introduced me to Dave, who ran the skate shop, and he wanted to do different things, like do a Tame One album.
And we shows that summer.
Yeah, and we ended up doing a mixtape, which was hosted by Tame One, and that was the first thing we released as Division East Records. And we went on
The Grudge.
And we went on to do The Grudge, which was a Tame One album.
Two mixtapes.
We did two mixtapes. One with Mr. Len. The first one was with Tame One. The second one was with Mr. Len.
Are those still available?
We got to do something about that.
We're gonna make them available.
We should make them
Slangcorp
available
pretty soon. There's a lot of, because they featured a lot of great Jersey artists and a lot of cool collaborations.
And also the one mixtape was messed up. It was one long track on the CD, and I think we need to put out an official version of that one with the separate tracks and stuff. That would be a nice treat for people. But what you see here is like the origins of Slangcorp, like all the first mixtapes, the Tame album, the first Shape album, the first GDP album. These were all Division East Records albums, and then
first G.Wallace album.
And so essentially, C- introduced me to all of these guys. I grew up with C-, so he was kind of like, he told me like all these. I've been rapping forever. But I didn't really know about anything that was going on in West Orange. I had moved to New York, and he said, you got to meet these guys like GDP and Shape and the man from somewhere else. So I actually heard their music, and I was like, oh, I just moved back to New Jersey and set up a studio.
Oh, that's great.
And so when I started hanging out with Shape, we conceived of Slangcorp, and Division East Records was still kind of happening, but it was really just GDP at that point. And it's just like, it took a couple months of just like assimilating, and eventually all just became Slangcorp. Not to like get too into detail, it's all, it doesn't even matter at this point, but.
Yeah, well the idea was just to, not even as a record label, but as a collective, just to have a place where we could all have our music.
A website for free music and stuff.
Great.
A library.
But I was like, oh, let's start making videos and stuff like that, which nobody had really done, and like that became a big thing. Like we made the first video, we made a video for a song called Killer Whale in 2008. And it was just like the grittiest, dingiest video ever made. It was like, we had like 8 minutes of footage and made a 4-minute video out of it. And it was like exciting, you know. It was like
Yeah.
some visual proof of like what we were doing, and
Well, that's the difference between us and a lot of the groups out there. A lot of people trying to come up is that we're actually. Some people make videos, but it's the same. It's like rhyming in front of like a wall of graffiti on. It's the same,
Right.
same
Yeah.
concept. And we're actually making videos that like are.
yeah, like GDP's new video. There's no lip syncing in it even. It's just full plot. Like no.
Oh wow.
We're doing
It's
a lot of
crazy.
different
You got to
stuff
see
with
that video. Slangcorp.com. Go check out the neural circuitry video. GDP. It's crazy.
And all my friends are on meds.
So,
lip syncing.
yeah. So our buddy who shot that video, actually, Joshua Sandler. He's a guy I've known forever, and he's a really sick video artist. Him and his brother did a documentary about something in Argentina. Apparently, they just won an award at the Cannes Film Festival. So shouts to Josh. Bop bop bop. Golf
Josh,
clap.
Mr. Sandler.
Mr. Sandler, love you.
Love you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for all your help.
So the basis of Slangcorp starts at a skate shop,
Yeah.
more or less. And now
Well,
you
yeah.
guys,
That was Division East, and when I got involved in the picture is when it became Slangcorp. That's pretty much the short end of it.
and you guys are self-sufficient.
Oh,
pretty much.
completely, yeah,
self-sufficient.
That's
completely.
great. Now, do you ever have any interest? Like, have you ever thought, like, hey, maybe we should shop, one of our records, or there's just not even a thought?
We're not we're not trying to shop anything. We got people talking to us and approaching us and stuff now,
Right.
more than ever. So I mean, like it's just a matter of like, is it worth sharing? Can someone do enough for you where the money's worth sharing it with them?
Right.
And that's really the thing. Like I didn't even press CDs for my last album. It's pure digital because
Right.
like it's just I didn't have to lay out any money.
Yeah.
And most people don't even care about that anymore, which is disappointing. But like
Right.
at least I don't have to spend the money on it. You know?
Yeah, true.
Our fans will support pretty much anything we do, regardless of the
Yeah.
platform or format it comes out.
Yeah.
in.
Although it's exciting, GDP's new album is on 12-inch, or will be shortly,
Nice.
and that's really cool. I'm excited about that.
All right.
Useless. Useless.
Is that what it's called?
Useless Eaters.
Useless Eaters, it's called. It came out on CD and 12-inch and digital. And that's all.
Yeah, who couldn't grow a beard?
That was TMS.
That was the man from somewhere else. He's had a beard ever
That
since.
dude wrote that album and he grew a beard.
He grew a
like
beard
He should
like
have called it. He
immediately.
should have called it. I wish I could have $1 million because he never grew a beard. And then
Yeah,
2 weeks later, after he dropped the album, the man had a full
beard.
That's pretty great.
Yeah,
I can't grow a proper beard, but All right, so we got some more music, right?
Yeah.
We're running low on time, so let's try and get some more tunes.
yeah. Let's
in
get more
here.
music going.
We're here with Slangcorp, and we'll be back.